Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about what happened today throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you do not know you have. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
On thisday.com. Sorry.
And historical calendar. For links to those sources, the music in the background, and anything else potentially interesting, check the ender bar in the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and today I am joined by...
Who is Alice?
We also have good old Dylan Shelby and no music in the audience today. So welcome to the show. Welcome, people. Anyway, let's get into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 462, we have the possible start of the first Byzantine indiction cycle. Byzantine indiction cycle. Hold on a second. What is that? Let's take a look here. Byzantine indiction cycle. And I actually got the wrong script up, so hold on. Give me a moment. September 1st. Alright, so there we go. I don't need this one. I need this one. Alright. So, to compute the Byzantine indiction for any year of the Christian era, the following rules apply. 1. For any date from January 1st to August 31st, and add 3 to the year date and divide by 15. The remainder of the year of the induction, if there is no remainder, the induction is 15. So I'll just add, because this goes down the whole thing. So I'm going to add this to the underbar, the underbar of the description below. Post-recording, of course, or post-stream. Anyway, let's move on up from 462 all the way to 1255. Pardon me. That's quite a bit of a time jump there. We have Königsberg, modern day Kaliningrad, was founded by Teutonic Knights and named in honor of the Bohemian king Ottokar II. All right. And I just taskbarred the wrong thing. We also have in 1267, Rabbi Moses ben Nachman established a Jewish community in Jerusalem. Cool. If anybody wants to take any articles, Alice, you want to take a turn, or am I just going to kind of roll with this for a bit?
I will take this turn right here, but I do have a car coming by, so I'm just going to talk for a second. Okay.
All
so,
right.
Yeah. We have 1535. We have the French navigator Jacques Cartier. Jacques. I did it. I did it again.
Jacques Cartier.
Yeah, Cartier. Yeah, he reaches Hochelaga in Montreal. See, we should just leave these ones for the French Canadian over here. I'm just getting her French.
Yeah,
I don't mean to make a joke. I love you. But yeah, if there's anything like that, I'm just gonna leave that one for you here. Oh gosh, look at this, dude! And look, we have another person here who could actually read this one here. We have the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V demands what does he demand? He demands creation of an imperial league in the German state.
I think he's demanding the German state to be created. So this is when Germany. This happened in 1547, by the way. You didn't mention the year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is he's trying to invent Germany, essentially. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, the Holy Roman Emperor demands it.
Yeah.
We also have, and what we got here, 1598. Or no, do you want me to go above that one?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Yes,
if you want to read that one, I'm not going to tell you.
No. I'll go with 1609. We have Peter Both, sworn in as first Governor General of Dutch East Indies.
Ooh. All right.
Look at that hat. You need that hat.
Oh, this guy, yeah, Philip II. Yeah, good old thimble head. I need that hat. I do.
Yeah,
it looks like it's made of velvet or something.
It looks nice.
It does.
I bet you it was a pretty fucking fancy hat.
I am the hat guy. Oh.
There you are.
We're going to move on up to 1614. We have Vincent Fetmich expelled Jews from Frankfurt on Main in Germany. Oh, that's not good. That's kind of like what's the word? It's like a forewarning or something like. God, I learned it in literature. It's something.
I don't know.
It's something writing that like expresses what is to come. Like I don't remember, but we have just been joined by
the Golden Loon.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe Pops knows more about that than us. I don't know.
Doubtful, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
Good morning. How you doing, James?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, I'm doing all right. For some reason, my left eye is bugging out on me right now, or it's like I'm keeping it closed. I don't know. I think I got something in it, like from the wind. It's kind of windy here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move us up here to 1715, in which King Louis XIV of France died after a reign of 72 years, the longest of any major European monarch. And I believe any monarch, really. Like, maybe it's only major, but still, like...
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth got close.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking about the Jews again here in 1739. 35 Jews were sentenced to life in prison in Lisbon, Portugal. Wow, why?
Why?
That is a good question. I'm just going to see this, if there's any, like, if this goes down a rabbit hole. Playwright accused of Judaism is burned at the stake. What is going on?
Anti-Semitism was a reoccurring problem during the whole Dark Ages in Europe.
Yeah, that is true, and that's a whole conversation that maybe we should have in the Peanut, actually, Alice, if you think about that, because I have a few things to say about that.
Yeah, that would be... I'm fine with that, yeah.
For the sake of time, though, because we have a 23-page script, so we're not going to be able to go through all of this stuff. We have quite a bit of history today. We got to keep on moving up. But if anybody in the audience does so wish to take it upon themselves to figure out exactly the semantics behind this article, please let us know in the comments section. We have to move on up here to 1752. Pennsylvania's new state house bell, known today as the Liberty Bell, arrived in Philadelphia from Whitechapel Foundry in London, England. Yeah. I don't think we saw the Liberty Bell when we went. No, it's in Philadelphia. We've never been there. Okay, so.
It's the only reason why I'd go to Philly is I just want to see it just once.
Yeah,
just one.
I'd like to see it too.
I also would like to. I have multiple reasons. I gotta go try a genuine Philly cheesesteak.
There you go.
You know, like, and
I make better Philly cheesesteaks than they do.
Wow. Well,
I'm not even from Pennsylvania.
Wow. What time's dinner?
Anyway, moving on to 1763. Alice, I'm sorry, we got to keep on moving up here. Alice, what do we have here in 1763?
1763, we have Catherine II of Russia endorses Ivan Beskoy's plans for a founding home in Moscow.
Whatever a founding home is. I hear a magnetic laughing in the background like a maniac.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. It's hilarious. I love it.
I can't help it. Cool, like, I had the door shut, and you can still hear them. But anyways, hang on, let me get back in here. So we do have in 1772, we have a Mission San Luis Obispo de Tolosa forms in California. Why do you have to give me all the stupid ones to pronounce? I'm not good at pronouncing right now.
That's San Luis Obispo. We know where that is.
Well, I mean, you should have done it then. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry for the big long truck. I'm sorry.
Truck.
Dude, he came out of nowhere. He came from down the hill, so like I didn't hear the noise until it was too late. Anyways, I'm just gonna have you read a few here, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna rattle us off here. 1785, Mozart published 6-string quartet, Opus 10 in Vienna. All right.
No idea what it is, but it's Mozart.
Yeah. We also have 1799, the Bank of Manhattan Company opened in New York City. This is the forerunner to Chase Manhattan.
Ooh.
I wonder if that's Chase Bank. You know?
Well, probably. I would think so.
Yeah. I remember I was a Chase customer for a little bit after they ate Wamu. You know. So.
I imagine they would be. I don't know if they're tied in some way, but they'd be separate corporations. I would think.
I mean, like, okay, hold on a second. Chase Manhattan. Let's see here. Yeah, that's Chase Bank.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right. We also have, let's see here, moving on up to 1804, Juno, one of the largest main belt asteroids, was discovered by German astronomer Carl Ludwig Harding. Cool.
It is.
Yeah. 3 years later, Aaron Burr was acquitted of charges of plotting to set up an empire, acquitted of treason. You know, shortly after, the revolution and the forming of the United States, people thought he was going to try to just do another revolution and become emperor. And Aaron Burr was another.
He also killed was it Thomas Jefferson or whatever?
No, Alexander Hamilton. They got into a
Alexander Hamilton. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mix up my names there sometimes. Yeah, Alexander Hamilton in a duel.
Treason comes with a death penalty.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, they both signed waivers. So.
Let's move on up here to 1821. We have the first colonies along the Santa Fe Trail. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And 1836, Narcissa Whitman, one of the first white women to settle west of the Rocky Mountains, arrived at Walla Walla, Oregon County, which is now the state of Washington. Walla Walla, Washington. So
now we know the problem with Washington, settled by a white woman.
Oof. Oh, man.
Couldn't resist. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, Washington.
1836 as well, reconstruction began on the synagogue of Rabbi Judah Hasid in Jerusalem. All right. You know what? Let's take a look. Is this still around? Let's see here. Copy. Paste that. Give me an image. Images. Oh, destroyed place of Judah Hasid. Oh, we have some pictures here, so it's still around. It's a cool looking place. The interior's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's far more than nice.
Yeah. Let's see. We also have 1849, California Constitutional Convention convened in Monterey. Wow. It would have been better if they said Catalina, so then it'd be all C's. California Constitutional Convention convened in Catalina.
Or Covina.
Covina, huh. We also have 1858. We have the first transatlantic cable failed after less than 1 month.
Ooh.
Well, all the way back in 1858, though. That's remarkable that they're doing that.
Yeah, but failed. Can you imagine the effort that went into laying that, and then it failed within a month?
Well, things happen.
Yeah.
So, 1 year later, we have the first Pullman sleeping car service, or sleeping car in service. So, that's a train car, I believe. So let me look that up.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to the show, Sohen. Yeah. So here it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never figured out where the name. Pullman
What was that? The first sleeping train car? You know who would lose their mind over that?
Tim Shitsby.
Tim Shitsby.
Tim Shitsby. Oh my goodness, of course.
Also, I know somebody else, but in order for them to actually get their mind blown out of it, they'll have to leave theirs in the first place.
Huh.
Very well, good point. Soren, you should read a couple off here, dude.
Yeah, so 1859, R.C. Carrington.
Sure. Just give me just do that because I'm
okay.
Cooling down because I was in the damn heat. I was cooking.
Oh, dang.
Hey, I gotta say, it's good to hear your voice, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Mr. Singer Alone. It's good to hear yours as well.
Anyway, 1859 as well, we have R.C. Carrington and R. Hodgson made the first observation of a solar flare. Ooh, that's big.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're lucky because normally when you hear solar flare, it's followed by a Kamehameha.
Oh, no. Right.
God, darn it. Of course, Sohan.
Oh. It's a Dragon Ball Z joke, so... Anyway, 1861, we have Grant assumed command of federal forces at Cape Girardeau in Michigan?
Yes, Michigan.
Okay. So, of course, Ulysses S. Grant, I believe, is that?
No, I think Mississippi. Okay. I'm not sure.
Mississippi would sound more correct, I think.
Yes.
Oh. Anyway, we also have a federal tax was levied on tobacco in 1862. I believe that's for the U.S. at least. So.
Okay, I can do this one. The 1863, 6 Ohio Cavalry ambush at Barnaby's Crossroad, Virginia. Yes.
I have another 1863, the rail one.
Also 1863, rail and ferry connections between San Francisco and Oakland inaugurated.
Ooh.
Oakland.
Yeah. And then
insane.
1866. You're going off of your own source, right? You're not watching my screen, are you?
No, I'm always touching the main source.
Okay.
My hand's always on the vein of the main source.
That way? God.
No, well, it's on the post. Is that better? 1866, last Navajo chief Manuel Lito turns himself in at Fort Wingate.
Huh.
Jeez.
Trumped
Yep.
up charges, no doubt.
Yeah.
According to Indian history.
That's a whole
He probably
conversation.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
You have one more, right, Dylan? I wasn't counting.
I can do one more. 1869, construction begins on the Grand Central Depot for Cornelius Vanderbilt, New York and Harlem Railroad, later to be replaced by Grand Central Station.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Now here's something a little concerning. 1870, French Emperor Napoleon III was captured and taken prisoner in the Battle of Sedan. Uh-oh.
Oof.
That's
Look at
not
that
good.
mustache, though, dude. Look at that.
He can, like,
He was-
stab people with that. He's just like...
That's
and
awesome.
you're like, yeah.
He just turns the cheek and he's like,
Yeah.
Man, he turns his cheek and he slits a couple throats.
Yeah, just like that
Oh my-
scene from Family Guy where they had those popped-up collars and just cutting people's heads off as they walk by.
oh
That poor
god.
man-
Yeah.
That
Anyway.
poor man was surrounded
Yeah.
by the Prussian army. Nobody wants to be surrounded by the Prussian army.
1874, Sydney General Post Office opened in Australia. So, you know, they're getting mail.
Oh,
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
interesting.
4 years later, 1878, the first female telephone operator started work. Emma Nutt, what a name, for the Edwin Holmes Telephone Dispatch Company in Boston.
Boston,
Emma Nutt.
dude. That
Oh my god.
1875, like, I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, you want to read it?
Yeah, 1875, a murder conviction effectively forces the violent Irish anti-owner coal miners, the Molly Maguires, to disband.
Huh.
Man, Molly McGuire sounds like a punk rock band.
Yeah.
I was about to just say that. Dude, the Molly, like, I bet you there's probably, like, a band called the Molly Maguires out there.
You know what? Also, it sounds like a member of Marilyn Manson since they use infamous names and like. No, I don't know.
Well, we can't have too much banter today. We have quite a bit of history. Alice, why don't you take this next one? This is what I was talking about earlier.
Oh, you want me to do 1894? We got a wildfire destroys the town of Hinckley, Minnesota, killing 438 people.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yikes.
And they say that the Maui fires are the worst in American history, but nobody wants to remember about the Hinckley fire.
Wow.
Well,
Yes,
this is Minnesota.
it is.
Who cares about Minnesota?
Had you ever heard
Yes,
of that
because-
before?
Oh, that's my home state, boy.
Have you ever heard of that fire
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, I've heard of it. So, I mean,
Well,
the
I'm
Maui
from
fire,
Minnesota.
like, just like in the last century, you know.
No.
Well, the
Yeah.
A lot of
Maui,
people
Yeah.
gone.
the Maui thing is a disaster not just because of the losses of lives, but because of so much historical areas were destroyed that were like dated
Yeah.
back to like the 1700s and prior. I think, like, you know, just
Well, look at the San Francisco
Yes.
fire. It took out all of San Francisco.
well, yeah. There's that too. Like,
Dude, there's a lot of history in Maui. Like, I'm not saying that one's worse than the other. I just says
They're all bad.
that
fire's
people
bad. Period.
forget
Like,
things. People are forgetful of history, and that's why I like this show, is that you get reminded about other things.
right, we got to keep on keeping on, stay on track,
Yeah,
so to
let's
speak.
keep on keeping on.
Perfect segue into this.
Oh, in 1897, we got the Boston subway opens, becoming the first underground rapid transit system in North America.
All right.
So that beat New York, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and no, those were my three, so it's on
Yeah.
to Sohan or you, Xander.
So, and you want to do 1898, the first one here?
Sure. 1898, the first forestry school in America opens in Biltmore Estate, North Carolina.
Ah.
Nice.
And then,
Also-
1900.
18.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna do
Go for it. Go for it.
1898. Lord Kitchener troops attack Old Domain, Sudan.
This guy looks. Is he? Oh, he was British. Okay. Huh.
Yes.
Sudan.
It's,
Is that the Boer Wars? I guess then.
oh, I think so.
Huh.
Also, 1900. Kuhlman and Galhill Irish Council founded by Arthur Griffin in order to promote a Buy Irish campaign.
Huh. All right.
Yes.
Ooh, the one directly after that.
Also in 1901, construction begins on the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh, that's
there you
big.
go.
Yeah. 4 years later, in 1905, we have Wilfrid Laurier oversees Alberta and Saskatchewan, joining the Confederation of Canada as its 8th and 9th Canadian provinces. Ah, some Canadian history for y'all.
There you
Which,
go.
by the way, French Canadian guy, my father here, well, my dad, the good old Golden Loon, is called that because he's Canadian, the loon, you know? Like,
There you go.
Hey, by the way, Minnesota's state bird is the loon.
ah, yeah. What else do we have?
Irony, right?
We have 1906, Alberta adopted Mountain Standard Time. All right, speaking of Canada again.
Yeah.
And while that was going on, British New Guinea was placed under Australian administration. 1906 as well, the International Federation of Intellectual Property Attorneys, the FICPI, was established. All right. And Alice, you want to read this 1911?
Give me here a second here. All right. 19 what?
11.
1911.
Yeah.
1911. We have Fokker goes for a spin. Anthony Fokker famously follows his aircraft spin around the tower of the Grote Kerk in Haarlem. Haarlem?
Harlem. Wait, Harlem.
What the heck is that?
That's,
I have no idea what the heck that is.
I think that's Harlem, but before they drop their second A, I don't know. Like,
Well, there are sometimes there's spelling errors on the site, so I mean.
Yeah. So Anthony Fokker spin. Anthony.
I like the last
Fokker.
name.
Yeah.
Two fun facts about Fokker. First of all, even though everybody thinks he's German because of Fokker-Wulf, the aircraft company, he was actually a Dutchman who just moved to Germany, later on to the US. And they were responsible for guns that guns could be shot through the propellers of an aircraft. Before that, they couldn't do that shit.
So he invented that little button thing, is what you're saying.
Oh, now that's
Yes.
slick to know.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that.
Dude, the more you know. Dude.
Anyway, what else do we got here? Where are we? 1906 as well. Okay, we got that. Alice, 1911. This one here. I just found this personally interesting. Obviously, it's been
1911.
broken.
Sorry for that car. Yeah, sorry. 1911. We have M. Forney sets world aircraft distance record of 720 kilometers.
Wow, that's as far as an aircraft flew back then. That's not a lot.
It's a record.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see here. This one. This is pretty
Think
big.
about the times, though. Man. You gotta like slowly walk to run to learn to run, dude.
Yep.
You know, however that saying goes.
You want to take this one here?
Yeah, I can do this. We got in 1913 Zhang Zheng's Wei corpse. I think I said that right. Captures Nanjing on behalf of Emperor Yan Shikai in Republic of China's second revolution, ending Chinese independence and causing Sun Yat-sen to Japan.
Yeah,
That was a mouthful.
Sun Yat-sen being the father of modern China. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Mr. Sohan, 1914, St. Petersburg.
1914, St. Petersburg changed its name to Petrograd.
Yep. And then didn't it later
Also-
become like Stalingrad and then Leningrad, or is that a
Yes.
different city?
Well,
was
Leningrad
Leningrad.
and Stalingrad.
Yeah.
No. Those are two separate cities.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay,
I thought so.
good. Also, 1914, the last passenger pigeon, a female named Martha, dies in captivity in the Cincinnati Zoo, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Martha, why'd you say that name? It's his mother's name. But no, like, so it's the last passenger pigeon. So what do they become? Like, you know, the drivers now? Like, they no longer ride the side seat. They're now in control.
They become retired,
Oh.
apparently.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Also, 1915, the German ambassador to U.S. pledges again that German submarines will no longer sink liners without warning, providing safety or passengers and crew following the sinking of the British liner Arabic.
Well, we all know how that went.
yeah, Lusitania. Well, that was before this. Lusitania was 1914, I believe.
But we want you. We want you in the New York Times. We want you that we will shoot at that thing.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to listen.
Yeah. Nobody does listen. So.
Yeah, the Americans, they're about to say something. The Americans like, let him cook. Let them cook.
Yeah. Anyway, 1916, and I'm going to rattle this off, and I'm going to rattle off a couple of decades here for the sake of time. Bulgaria declared war on Romania during the First World War. While that was going on, U.S. Keating-Owen Act banned child labor, banned from interstate commerce. That's weird how they wrote that, but removing child labor, I believe. 1918, the Battle of Megiddo started. The final Allied offense during the Sinai and Palestine campaign was won by the Allies. 1920, France created Greater Lebanon. All right, so Lebanon. 1921, Nederlander Theater opened at 208 West 41st Street, New York City, designed by William Neal Smith for theatrical impresario Walter C. Jordan. Originally named the National Theater, it was also known as the Billy Rose from 1959 through 78, and the Trafalgar from 1978 through 80. All right. 1922, New York City law required all pool rooms to change to billiards, and I remember seeing a video about that actually. To alleviate confusion, thinking it was like a swimming pool, for the place.
Really?
So yeah, well, people are stupid, So, so yeah, that's why billiards,
Yeah.
and all that mandated. They're called billiard halls now, not pool rooms or anything officially.
Well, pool hall and pool area are two different things to me, but
Yeah.
let's just.
Anyway, 1923. Let me see if I can find it on here. Wait, I'm way ahead of it. 1923. Here we go. Alice, back to you.
All right, here we got 1923. A magnitude 7.9 earthquake strikes Tokyo and Yokohama in Japan, killing 142,000 people.
Oh, that's a big one. 7.2. Ooh, that's big.
Yeah, that's 142,000 people. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not fun. I think when you read that to me last night, I said 9.7. What?
Yeah, you did. Like, you switched them. I'm like, first off, that's a 200 time discrepancy. Like, it's a 9.7 is like what, 200 times more strong than a 7.9?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Like every decimal
is like yeah.
Yeah, like a 0.1 is, or actually like a 0.2 is 10 times stronger than a 0.1, and every 1 point something is like 100, so it goes by a factor of tens and hundreds.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just enormous, the difference.
Yeah,
I think the San Andreas, the big one out here, is capable of like a 9.95, something like that.
The Richter scale goes up to 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna have to pause for a minute. I got a nice Harley bike hanging out in my parking lot.
All right,
so
I'm gonna rattle some more things off here. Unless Sohan wants to take another turn, but I want to give him some good stuff here.
No,
we
you
have
can rattle.
1926, Turkey allowed civil marriage. 1928, Albania became a kingdom with Zogu I as king. And then 1933, the Navy won. Sohan, go for it. Sohan? I guess he's not here. 1933, the U.S. Navy renamed the NAS Sunnyvale near San Francisco, California, the NAS Moffett Field in honor of Rear Admiral William A. Moffett. Moffett championed the construction of the base, but died in the crash of the airship USS Akron before the base opened. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sohan, are you here? You get to talk about your second or third favorite Italian. I don't remember where he is on your...
No, I'm not. I have to do something.
Okay. Well, in 1938, Benito Mussolini canceled civil rights of Italian Jews. Here we go again. Yeah. Here we go. 1939.
Oh boy.
Adolf Hitler ordered the extermination of mentally ill through the Akhenaten T4 euthanasia program, arguing that wartime, quote, was the best time for the elimination of the incurably ill, end quote. What a monster. God. I want to throw up.
We're in this time of year.
That was actually the first time in Germany that they used gas chambers, which they used later on.
Oh, wow.
Different purposes. But the church managed to stop that through open criticism.
Can you speak up a little bit? You're a little low.
Yeah, and later on the church actually managed to stop that through open criticism from some cardinals. And then they switched to a more subtle way of killing those innocent people by giving them food from which they could not sustain themselves, and by making the rooms so cold that they actually freeze and hunger to death.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, humanity throughout time has been cruel.
Just takes the wind out of me.
Anyway, let's move on up. 1939, General George Marshall was sworn in as the United States Army Chief of Staff. All right. And then we have Alice. Are you back? Do you want to talk about the scoop of the century?
Sure. I can do that. You got 1939 in the scoop of the century telegraph. Journalist Claire Hollingworth becomes the first port of the outbreak of World War II.
Alright, you got really robot-y there, so I'm going to repeat what you just said in case anybody didn't fully hear it.
Thank you.
1939, in the scoop of the century, telegraph journalist Claire Hollingworth became the first to report the outbreak of World War II, which started yesterday.
Yeah.
The invasion of Poland and all that stuff. Joint operation
Thank you.
That's the thing, like, a lot of people, like, they only know half the story. They know that, yes, Germany invaded, but so did Russia. They came in on both sides, and then they already had, like, before... They had an agreement before to split Poland. So, it was a joint effort.
I didn't understand that. I never understood that. Okay.
Yeah, well, you didn't know that. Not understood.
Yeah, well,
you didn't know that.
Sure.
But see,
So then they split Poland.
Yeah, Germany and Russia at the same time hit Poland, and Poland just got screwed.
But then they split it.
Yeah, well, no, they met at the middle, and then, Germany got... Whatever Germany conquered had, whatever, Russia conquered had, and that was it.
Yeah, they
actually...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You go first.
Oh, yeah, so they had a non-aggression pact between them two, and I think they pre-decided kind of what would be split off, and Russia tried to be kind of like greedy and try to, get more that was predicated before. So like Germany eventually broke the non-aggression pact and started to invade Russia as well.
Yeah, with Operation Barbarossa. I was actually going to get to that because they both were wanting the Baltic states. Like, Latvia, Lithuania, and what's the other one? Somebody help me.
Estonia.
Estonia, thank you. This is why, because eventually one of those two would inevitably invade the other or try to go after the Baltic states, and then they'd have to do some more political maneuvering. So Hitler, in his infinite wisdom, despite living through World War I, decided to open up a second front with Russia, of all people, and that went as well as anybody who understands how that's stupid. That did not go well.
It's arguably not. Yeah, go ahead.
They were just too full of themselves because of the successes on the Western Front, because they swiped over France in a couple of weeks, and they thought that, in 1939, the Russians already had a war with Finland and got a fucking bloody nose from that. And
the Winter War.
The German High Command thought that they just had to kick in the front door and Russia would crumble. That's kind of a quote. But we all know how that went.
It's all fun and games until Hitler hears the Soviet national anthem.
It's all fun and games until Zhukov awakens.
Yes.
People always forget to bring coats when they invade Russia too.
And also the scorched earth policy, like, they left nothing for the Germans to.
But it was arguably the best time to invade Russia at the time. That Dylan said, if they wanted to do it, that would have been the best time because they would have a bad situation.
Yeah.
But actually,
anyway, as interesting as this conversation is, I'm sorry, we have to move on up. We have 1939. We have the last day of first-class cricket in England before the declaration of war against Germany. Great slow left armour Headley Verity finished with amazing figures of 7 for 9 versus Sussex to give Yorkshire the county championship. Hey, your favorite sport.
Unfortunately, it wasn't the last game. It came back eventually.
Yeah, well, you can't keep a good cricket down.
Oh,
hold on a second. I have a soundboard for that. Let me find it here. Anyway, 1939, we have the Scientific Journal Physical Review published the first paper to deal with black holes.
Ooh,
black holes in 1939. Yeah.
Didn't realize.
Yeah, well,
the understanding of those went that far back.
Well, Einstein's theory of relativity really is what sparked the potential of that being a theory in and of itself, which has since been proven true. So we also had, while that was going on, Switzerland mobilized its forces, and the Swiss Parliament elected Henry Guisen to head the Swiss army. This was an event that can happen only during war or mobilization. So. And Switzerland, despite being a neutral country, if anybody did try to screw with them, they are geographically, in a great spot. And if anybody tried to invade, they can just basically they're a nation of Thermopyles. They're just surrounded by Thermopyles. Nothing but you either have to completely scale the mountain or go through the passes, and then you're gonna get shot at. They'll blow the bridges. You just can't conquer Switzerland. Anyway, sorry, somebody was gonna say something.
Yeah, they prepared so much that they hid AT guns in houses, so they could just open up the front wall of a house and you would look into a big fat gun pointing at one of the few passes that go through. The whole country was a fortress.
It was. It was legitimately a fortress. There's videos out there actually. I think Tom Scott did one. If anybody here, let me see if I can find this. Tom Scott's.
I heard that they have huge gun turrets on some tops of mountains too, just to fortify the good nature.
Well, that's a shooting range over a busy road, so that's an interesting video.
Well, I know Switzerland, man.
Well, I guess he didn't do one on the Switzerland. Well, the shelters in Zurich, but Swiss resilience. Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff out there about that. So, but we got to move on up here. 1939, we have World War II started when Germany invaded Poland by attacking the free city of Danzig. Once again, that's only one side of the story. Russia had their play in it too. Yeah. 1941, Jews living in Germany were required to wear a yellow Star of David. Yep. So there's all that. I'm getting DMs here. We also have 1939, the Battle of the Wound Badge. I almost said the Battle of Wounded Knee. What the hell? The Wound Badge for the Wehrmacht, the SS, the Kriegsmarine, and Luftwaffe soldiers was instituted. This was the final, and also the final version of the Iron Cross was also instituted on this date. So wow, a lot of stuff happening in 39. We got that. 1941. So I kind of went back and forth there for a second. Sorry about that. 1942. By the way, Soen, if you're back, just speak up at any time. 1942, U.S. federal judge upheld detention of Japanese Americans. So, our little detainment thing that we did.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, and this is, well, I mean, it's hindsight, hindsight is 2020.
Yes.
It's easy to sit up here and judge what they did back then, but put yourself in those shoes, and I have to say, sorry to say, hate me all you want, that, for national security reasons, it was the only prudent move, unfortunately.
No, I disagree with that.
Well, how else would we have handled it?
I don't have all the answers.
Just ask them if they're a spy, and they'll say yes.
Major vetting. I mean, you could, but to imprison all Japanese, no. Sorry, that was wrong. And I get it. You can't look at it through our
I think that was a bad thing too. I agree with you.
That. I'm just saying, what else could we have done?
Well, you're saying don't
many
look at it
things.
through today's eyes, and I agree with that. So, but it ends up to be a bad call as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely. But what else could we have done?
Yeah.
You know, like tell me that.
A bunch of vetting, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, then that just builds up
they
the-
lost their properties, they lost everything. They lost their lives, lost their property. They came back to nothing. Come on.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm not
we-
saying it wasn't that. Like, anyway, 1943. Alice, do you want to go for a little bit?
1943. We're saying
This
here.
one here, yeah.
We have Chiang Kai-shek again becomes chairman of the Nationalist Government of China.
Yep, and that's the government that was overthrown by the communists that are now in Taiwan. So.
Yep.
We also have
We also-
1946. This is whatever. This is interesting, actually. This is really.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
1946. 3 votes for monarchy.
That's really interesting. Them being the inventors of democracy. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of taking a step back.
There we go.
So,
Mhm.
what else do we have? This one.
We got 1947 with a victory by Ahmed in the Washington Park Handicap Calumet Farm becomes the first stable to surpass $1 million in annual earnings, leads all owners with total earnings of $1.4 million, essentially.
$1,402,436.
Yeah, well, I'm
To
just
be
gonna go
specific.
1.4 because
Yeah.
like it's 402. It's just barely over.
Yeah.
But anyways, your turn, buddy.
1948, getting back to the Lou's favorite sport here, Australian test batsman Don Bradman, 143, Lindsay Hassett, 151, and Neil Harvey, 110, score centuries in Australia's first innings of drawn cricket tour match versus South of England at Hastings. Crikey, mate. Cricket. And we're not talking about the wireless company, my friend. We also have 1948, communists form North China's People's Republic. Oh, yeah, there we go. We also have 1949, the first network detective series, Private Eyes, premieres. All right. Cool. What else do we have? 1950, we have 13 North Korean divisions open assault on UN lines. Korean War. Yep. 1950 as well, West Berlin was granted a constitution. Okay. 1951, Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion ordered the establishment of Israeli secret service Mossad. Wow. All right. While that was going around, while that was happening, the U.S., Australia, and New Zealand signed the ANZUS Mutual Defense Treaty. Ooh. So let's take a look at that here. ANZUS Mutual Defense Treaty. It was although the agreement has not been formally abrogated, the United States and New Zealand no longer maintain the security relationship between their countries. Oh, so New Zealand's out. Uh-oh. For further reading on this, please refer to the underbar of the description below. Links to everything we discover will be down there after the live stream, of course. Moving on up to 1953, 101 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest temperature ever recorded in Cleveland in September. And I'm wondering if that record still stands. If anybody watching this wants to do the research, please let us know in the comments section. 1953 as well, Buck Baker takes lead with 10 laps remaining to win the Southern 500 at Darlington in the most competitive event in NASCAR Grand National history. 4 drivers swap lead a record 35 times. Wow, I don't really understand that, but that sounds pretty significant.
That's a tight race.
Yeah. Huh.
That whole group.
1953 as well, Fokker began building the F-27 Fokker Friendship. Is that an aircraft? Let me look at that.
Don't know.
Fokker Friendship.
That isn't it.
Oh yeah, the F-27. Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
It is U.S. Army parachute team. Okay, so it's one of ours. Okay,
So they had to use his name. Hey, that's a Fokker.
that's a Fokker. 1954, Paramount Pictures released Rear Window, directed by Alfred Hitchcock and starring James Stewart and Grace Kelly.
Yeah.
While that was going on, Paul Bear Bryant opened infamous 10-day football minicamp in Johnston, Texas. Ordeal achieves legendary status, becoming subject of 2001 book, The Junction Boys, and a television movie of the same name. That's interesting. I want to take a look at that.
Yeah.
1955, 2 Egyptian fighters were shot down over Israel. What do you say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I think my brain's being weird. 1957, excursion train crashed. Actually, Alice, you want to take this? 1957? If she's there. I don't think she's there. Okay, I guess she's not there. I don't think Sohan's here. So I'll go ahead and continue on. 1957, excursion train crashed into a ravine, killing 175 and injuring over another 700 in Kendall, Jamaica. What the hell happened? Like, how many people were there? This is, I mean, over 700, obviously, but that's pretty crazy. It crashed into a ravine. Why is there 700 people in a ravine? Or I guess, are they all on the train? Like,
I have no idea.
I mean, it is Jamaica.
Killing 100 well, did it go through a town before it went through a ravine? Who knows? I don't know.
Did it go through a town? Oh my god. 1961, we have the first conference of neutral countries was held in Belgrade. Alright. And we also have the Eritrean War of Independence officially began with the shooting of the Ethiopian police by Hamad Idris Awate. Yikes. 1962, 12,000 people die in an earthquake in western Iran. Yikes. That is far more than the Japanese one, right? Or
Yeah.
was it Japanese in the hundreds?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember. While that was going on, channel television launched to 54,000 households in the Channel Islands. All right. So great potential audience base to launch off to. The United Nations announced Earth's population had hit 3 billion people on this date in 1962. So 3 billion.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now we're at what, 8 officially or 9?
Something like
I
that.
think
I'm
we're at
not
8
quite
now
sure.
officially. So,
Uh,
Alice, welcome
7,
back.
I think.
Do you want to take this
Thank you.
1963?
Yeah, I think I can handle that. Give me 1 second here. Just zoom in here. Oh. We got a singer here, Cliff Richard, and The Shadows, first British rock group to perform in Israel.
Ah. All right.
There you go.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna. Okay, we're gonna skip
Well,
a
actually,
couple.
1963, I got one right here. I got one here. Language laws in Belgium goes into effect, causing a riot
Ooh, that sounds
in
very.
1963.
I almost skipped over that one for the sake of time, but that is very relatable.
Yeah.
You know, with what's going on out
Yeah.
here. So
Why don't
But
we
yeah,
have
I'll do this
national language?
1964
I
here,
don't
though.
know. We
The
should,
yeah.
you know. Well,
The
you know
same-
what? Actually, why don't we have several national languages? Why don't we have like English? Let's have some Chinese in there. Let's have some French. You know, let's give like not every language in existence, but just like a couple majority spoken languages. So in order to keep the spirit of the melting pot there, because that's why we don't even have a national language. But why don't we have multiple? Why don't we blaze a trail with that, if that's possible? Because like when I heard that that one town out in New Mexico, that in the town itself their actual official language, like they passed it as a law, was Spanish, and that makes my blood boil. Like you come over here, and then now you're changing. I mean, granted, the border did cross you. All of this was Mexico at one point, but things
Well,
changed.
we should move on up for time's sake here, bud.
1964, Alice.
Yeah. Yep, 1964, we got the San Francisco Giants reliever Mansouri Murakami, becomes the first Japanese-born player to appear in U.S. Major League Baseball. On debut, Suzuki native throws a scoreless inning in a 4-1 loss versus New York Mets. Sorry, I'm bad with pronunciation sometimes.
That's all right.
How's that left eye doing?
It's twitching still, but it's alright. It's better now.
For the sake of time, we're going to skip on up. I'm doing some reading
sorry
ahead
for
of
the car
time.
there,
So, Muammar Gaddafi.
I don't know.
1969, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi deposed King Idris in the Libyan Revolution.
That's when he took over, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have some sports history. 1971, the Pittsburgh Pirates start what is believed to be the first all-black lineup, including several Latinos, so I guess not all black, in MLB history in a 10-7 win versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Included future Hall of Famers Roberto Clemente and Willie Stargell. Nice.
Couple great ones.
Yeah.
Roberto Clemente, super great.
What else do we have here? 1972, U.S. chess grandmaster Bobby Fischer defeated Russian champion Boris Spassky in 12.5 to 8.5 in Reykjavik, Iceland. most publicized world title match ever played. Fisher was the first United States citizen to win the title. Nice.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Huge win.
Oh, we also have in 1974 here, the SR-71 Blackbird sets.
Ouais,
And as
Vincent,
far
c'est
as
juste
public
que
awareness
j'ai
is
j'ai la
known,
réunion
holds,
justement à Saint-Honoré là, mardi.
I'm sorry, what?
Donc, ça va être difficile de gérer les deux en même temps. Là. C'est pour le pavage, t'as dit?
What language are you speaking? Are you talking to us?
Apparently not.
I don't
Ok,
think.
puis c'est de quelle heure à quelle heure qu'il décontamine, sais-tu?
You're on the air.
Can you what?
Ouais, parce qu'il y a la réunion mardi, puis...
I don't know if he's talking to us or.
Étonnant, ça, là.
Okay.
German or something.
Anyway,
He's on the air if you can hear us.
yeah, I'm sorry if you're trying to get a hold of it. I can't understand what you're saying, but I.
Apparently can't
Okay.
Laisse-moi appeler André. Je vais appeler André, puis je te reviens avec ça.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Parce
I'm
que
gonna
c'est-
hear you for a second. Music. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you're trying to talk to us, but I can't understand what you're saying. 1974, the SR.
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay. SR-71 Blackbird set, and as far as the public is aware, still holds the record for flying from New York to London in 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 56.4 seconds. Holy crap!
Whoa.
Holy crap! Man, I thought the Concorde was fast. Well, of course, this is faster, but yeah. We also have 1975. All political parties were forbidden in Bangladesh. That's not good. 1975 as well. Gunsmoke went off the air.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah. Around forever.
We also have Jerry Lewis's 10th Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. 1975 as well. New York City Transit fare raised from 35 cents to 50 cents, so that's a pretty significant.
Yeah.
It's almost a 100% increase right there.
Well,
Well, no, 35 to 50.
15%.
35 to 50, they're 20 cents
15
short.
cents. 15.
Yeah, 15 cents.
Almost 50%.
Okay. 1977, Tracy Austin, at the age of 14 years, 8 months, and 20 days, became the youngest female to play in the U.S. Open, defeating German Heidi Easterlaner in 3-6, 6-3, 6-1 in a first-round match. All right.
Tracy Austin. She was a young one when she started.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey!
Your turn, Alice.
All right. Well, we got a good classic here. 1978 horror film Dawn of the Dead, written and directed by George A. Romero, starring David M.G., Ken Foree, Scott H. Reisinger, premieres in Torino.
Oh.
Yep. Rest in peace,
You don't
George
know
A.
about Dawn of the
Romero.
Dead?
Sorry, I just got a bunch of cards
Yeah.
gone by,
That
so I
is-
can only do a few
that's
here
what
and there,
started
so
the
I'm
whole
sorry.
zombie thing, Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it was
No,
like-
Night of the Living Dead did.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. Well, still, this was a
Yeah,
good
but
one.
that's
too.
also-
Came around just in time. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
No, someone's lurking here.
Yeah.
He's probably has like a lot of noise in his background, so that's probably he's not talking a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alice, you want to take this 78?
Yeah, I can do the 78. We have the last broadcast of Columbo starring Peter Falk on NBC.
I think that has to do with like Colombia, maybe. Like I'm not entirely sure. And here's another.
Columbo,
interesting
ask your dad. Your dad should be
You know about
familiar with the show Columbo.
Columbo?
Yeah.
Oh, what's it about?
He was a detective, and he was kind of like a bumbling
Yeah.
but his bumbling made people relax, and he got information out of him to solve the crime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cop show.
Yeah.
Ah. Anyway, do you want to take this one for your third? This is interesting.
Yeah, we got 1979 Pioneer 11 mix. First flyby of Saturn discovers a new moon and rings.
Oh, so some new rings. Cool.
Mm-hmm. And how?
For the sake of time, once again, I'm gonna like probably rattle this off until either in the 90s or 2000s. So 1979, U2 released the first record, an EP titled U2 3, available only in Ireland. All right. In 1980, Canadian one-legged distance runner Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope ended in Thunder Bay, Ontario, with Fox unable to continue because of illness. Well, I guess he put his best foot forward.
That's bad.
I have to.
That's bad.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey, I have to give him a leg up. Oh, God. Somebody stop me. I don't know. Anyway, 1980, Canadian got that one. 1980 as well. Dutch embassy in Israel moved from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. All right. Well, I also have Jerry Lewis's 15th muscular dystrophy telethon raised $31,103,787.
Yeah, he raised a lot of money over the years with those muscular dystrophy.
Oh yeah, no, we have a couple more of those. We actually skipped a few earlier, just
Yeah, well, kind of repetitive.
Yeah, well, 1981, Northern Ireland's first religiously integrated secondary school opened. All right. 1982, max speedometer reading mandated at 85 miles per hour. Whatever that, max speedometer reading mandated at 85. Okay, so in the very least, your maximum speedometer has to be 85 miles an hour in your car, I guess.
Yes.
U.S. law, I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
If anybody knows what that means, please educate us in the comment section. We also have in 1982, Mexico President Lopez Portillo nationalized banks. And while that was going on, the United States Air Force Space Command was founded. Oh, I guess that would be probably considered the predecessor to the Space Force that we have now. Because that's Space Command,
Yeah.
We also have 1983, a Korean Boeing 747 Flight 007, James Bond, I guess, strayed into Siberia and was shot down by a Soviet jet. Well, yeah, 007, spy, there's a joke in there. So, we also have 1984, What's Love Got to Do with It? Single topped the charts, giving Tina Turner her first #1 as a solo artist. Hell yes.
Good on T.
Yeah. 1984, Alice, take this. That's your year.
I was gonna say good on Tina.
Yeah.
Although she recently passed away.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace, but my God, she was awesome and talented. My mom's seen her a few times. I wish I could have seen her.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
got to see her. I got to see her
You
back
lucky
with
duck.
her husband, Ike.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Well, what do we got here, Alice? This is your year.
Oh, 84? Alright, let's see here. What we got for we got sports history. We got Willie Taunton from the Mississippi Valley State passes for a Division 1 AA record, or IAA record, 536 yards and 9 touchdowns in an 86-0 win versus Kentucky State. Jerry Rice catches 17 passes for 294 yards and 5 touchdowns, breaks down Division 1 AA record for total yardage in pass receptions.
That is 86-0. I mean, oh my God. Like,
Kind of a hardcore.
that's... Oh my...
If you ever needed a mercy
I
rule.
don't think I've ever seen that many points in the NFL.
Actually, no, like, what's his face? John Landry, he, in college at least, he had some, hold on a second, is it John or Tom? Tom Landry?
Coach, football coach?
Yeah.
Tom Landry.
Tom Landry. Biggest score. Like, he got into the hundreds. Yeah, okay. 270 to 178 to 6 record. It was, well, I read somewhere, he did something that kicked major ass. Like, he got like a 100-point discrepancy or something. I don't remember exactly. But what else do we got here?
It's on you, buddy.
1985, Bill Elliott claimed a $1 million bonus for winning 3 of the 4 crown jewel races on the NASCAR schedule: the Daytona 500, Winston 500, and Southern 500. All right.
The Winston Cup. Mm-hmm.
Then
became the Mexico Cup and then became the Sprint Cup.
We also have in 1985, Dutch cyclist Joop Zetteveld became the oldest road race elite world champion at 38 years, 8 months, 29 days. Hey, there's still hope for me. Defeated Greg LeMond and Marino Argentine and Guevara del Montello. All right. 1985 as well, U.S.-French expedition locates wreckage of Titanic off Newfoundland. So a coalition of U.S. and French scientists, they discovered the Titanic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, they finally found it below, yeah.
Yep. 1986.
Yeah, and also they found the submarine as well.
That was, no, I don't think so. Well, yeah, they have, right, since...
Yes.
Unless
Yes,
you're
they
making a
did.
joke that they found it back then.
No, they found it. It imploded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually, didn't they see that the controller was the one thing that didn't get destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic.
Everything else exploded
Yeah.
into dust.
Anyway, 1986, Henry Debenham discovered asteroid number 8265 La Silla. We have another Jerry Lewis 21st Muscular Dystrophy Telethon, $34,966,733. 1987, 15-year-old U.S. tennis player Michael Chang became the youngest man to win a match at the U.S. Open when he defeated Australian Paul McNamee in 4 sets in the opening round. Dang. 15 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We also have 1987, smoking was forbidden in public buildings in Belgium. All right. 1989, Roger and Me, the first documentary directed by Michael Moore, premiered at the Telluride Film Festival. All right. 1989 as well, Chris Evert became the first player ever to win 100 matches in the U.S. National/Open Tennis Championship by beating Patricia Tabiana 6-2, 6-4. Let's see here. 1995, Infinity Radio agreed to voluntarily pay $1.7 million to the U.S. Treasury. Okay, that's interesting.
Wonder what the heck they did.
Yeah.
Wow.
1995, New York reinstated the death penalty. Huh.
New York, New York.
Yeah. And we also have 1995, Alice, you want to take this one as soon as I find it on the thing? Here it is.
1995, you say, huh? Oh, we got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum opens in Cleveland, Ohio.
Ohio!
I wonder why they picked Cleveland.
Ohio.
I don't know. Because Cleveland rocks. Cleveland, according to Drew Carey's show, you know. That's the show. That's the opening. That's the opening theme song. Cleveland Rocks, I think, is the name of the song. So, at least they're not Detroit.
Whoa, but hey, but Kiss did Detroit Rock City. That song's on awesome.
Hold up. Before you say anything about Detroit, Motown.
Motown, yeah,
Okay.
dude.
You got me there.
Dude, yeah. It's
Like-
Motor City, and it's got some fucking soul to it. So don't knock it.
Alice, you want to take this one? This is just because of the number here.
Oh, 1997, Jerry Lewis's 32nd muscle dystrophy telethon raises $50 million, $500
$50 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 97.
$50.5 million.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I love how it's just rounded.
Oh, Alice, do you take this? This is going to be your third one, and it's hockey, so go for it.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Give me 1 second here. My phone decided to be weird.
And I know we're over the hour, audience. I apologize. I said earlier this is a major date in history, so just sit tight.
1999, ex-Pittsburgh Penguins star Mario Lemieux is approved as new owner of the struggling franchise. Penguins become the first club in pro sports in history to be owned by a former member of the team. And Mario Lemieux was a freaking awesome
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
player.
Hey, should you unmute that guy?
Oh, yeah, I think I should unmute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Music, sorry. I had you muted earlier because you're on the phone or something, if you can hear me. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Anyway, what do we got here? 2004. Where are we? 2004. Beslan school hostage crisis began as armed terrorists take hundreds of school children and adults hostage in the Russian town of Beslan in North Ossetia. Oof, it's not good. And hey, here we go. 2004. Sexual assault charge against LA Lakers star Kobe Bryant was dropped by the Eagle County District Attorney's offices in Colorado after the victim decided not to participate. Oh, that's convenient. Oh. Play talks all that good stuff, and then when it comes time for action, she disappears. Okay. 2000.
Because she ain't trying to get sued
Yeah.
for defamation.
Yeah. 2005, 7 members and former members of the AFL-CIO form a new trade union organization to Change to Win Federation. So what is this? Change to Win Federation. Let's look that up here real quick. Once again, I apologize. The show is getting a little long, but here we go. Strategic Organizing Center, SOC, formerly known as the Change to Win Federation, CTW, is a coalition of North American labor unions originally formed in 2005 as an alternative to the AFL-CIO. The coalition is associated with strong advocacy of the organizing model. For further reading and information on this particular topic, please refer to the underbar of the description below. Link to this will be down there, as I said, after the live stream. Moving on up, what else do we got here? In 2006, Luxembourg became the first country to complete the move to all digital television broadcasting. Whoa, that's interesting. Luxembourg, of all places. Huh.
Yeah.
It's kind of wicked.
Yeah. 2007, Clay... Actually, Alice, you want to... we gave you your turn. Sohan, do you want to take a turn? Like, are you okay to do anything?
No.
Okay. I just don't want to hog the mic too much.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Which one do you want me to do?
Take this one.
Oh, we got 2007. Clay Buchholz becomes the first Boston Red Sox rookie to pitch a no-hitter in just his second Major League Baseball appearance. Beats Baltimore Orioles 10-0 at Fenway Park. That's pretty wicked.
10-0. That's kind of an ouch. Like, we've read worse ones earlier in today's show. That's still kind of hurtful. Let's see here. Yeah.
No-hitters are hard to do. Yeah, you keep going, buddy. Because I got too many cars
for one of the biggest upsets in college football history. 109,210 fans see Appalachian State's Corey Lynch block a Jason Gingill 37-yard field goal attempt with 6 seconds remaining to inspire an epic 34-32 win versus Michigan at Ann Arbor. We also have in 2007, the Spring Temple Buddha statue of Vairocana Buddha, then the world's tallest statue at 128 meters or 420 feet. Hey, 420. Completed in Zhaoshan Township, Henan, China. Huh. Alright. 2013.
I think you said 2007 on accident. It was 2008.
What? This one?
No, the Temple of Buddha.
Oh, yeah, 2008. Sorry if I said 2007.
Yeah.
2013. Gareth Bale transferred from Tottenham Hotspur FC to Real Madrid for an estimated world record fee of 85.3 million pounds or 100 million euros, which whatever that is in dollars, that's a lot of money still. Like, so yeah. 2014, Nalanda University in eastern India began its first academic year on the site of the world's oldest university, a Buddhist monastic institution that operated from 427 to 1197 Common Era. So, wow. 2015, Google changed its logo. This was the biggest redesign since 1999. And, yeah, like, there's a whole thing. Once again, I saw a video about how, like, all these major corporations, they've been simplifying and simplifying and simplifying their logos, kind of in the same vein as like how language is constantly getting euphemized in order to make it softer. They're making it like more simplified, and in my opinion, like, because see, you look at Apple, their original logo was Isaac Newton under the tree, but then they thought that the common person wouldn't understand that, so then they just went with the fruit with the bite out of it. But see, right there, they said, you know, they're condemning people towards ignorance. You know, like, that's how, you know, these people, that's how they think about us, the consumer. They think we're stupid, which, for the most part, they're right. But, like, you know, in continuing to simplify things, they're just making, probably intentional, making us yet even more stupid, you know?
The problem with that is you get very arrogant.
Yeah. So, anyway, moving on up, 2015. India scored their first Test cricket series victory in Sri Lanka since 1993, winning third Test in Colombo by 117 runs. Ravideshadran Ashwan 4 and Ishnat Sharma 3 combined for 7 Sri Lankan second inning wickets. All right.
Oh, there you go.
2015, Pope Francis told priests to pardon women who have had an abortion in a letter released by the Vatican. And yeah, abortion being a whole thing, you know, so... 2016, oh god, this piece of work. NFL San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick kneels in protest during the U.S. national anthem before preseason game against the Chargers at San Diego's Qualcomm Stadium, objecting to racial injustice and police brutality in the U.S. Yeah, that led down the whole thing. I don't want to talk about that anymore. 2018, Aretha Franklin's funeral was held in Detroit, attended by Stevie Wonder, Ariana Grande, and Bill Clinton, with a procession of 140 pink Cadillacs.
Ooh, now that was a disgrace for her.
The Cadillacs?
No, not the Cadillacs. The fact that Bill Clinton was being a creep staring at Ariana Grande's ass.
Yeah, he was being a peeper at that one. Yeah, it was creepy.
Well, we have directly after that, actually, we have this 2018 as well. Bishop Charles H. Ellis III. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Here it is. Apologized for groping Ariana Grande during Aretha Franklin's funeral service. So, yikes!
Jeez.
What are you doing?
He just looks at her as fresh meat.
That's almost as bad as a sitting president checking his watch during a funeral. Oh, wait, that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's see here. 2018 as well. Finnish Ferrari driver Kimi. That's Räikkönen qualified in 1 hour, in 1 minute 19 seconds, 0.119 seconds during Q3 of the Formula One Italian Grand Prix at Monza. This was the record for fastest average lap speed in F1 at 263.588 kilometers per hour or 163.786 miles per hour. Damn. 2019, co-founder and CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, had his Twitter account hacked. I don't think that was true, but yeah. But does anybody want to read something? Like I'm hogging the mic too much. Somebody else talk, please.
I'll just do the event of interest for you.
Okay.
We got 2019. We have the expedition on Christian Dior sets new attendance record of almost 595,000 in 7 months on closing at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London.
Ooh. All right.
Okay, what else we doing?
This one, 2019, German president.
Sure. 2019 German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier asked for Polish forgiveness for WW2 at 80-year commemoration in Piłsudski Square, Warsaw. Why is he asking for forgiveness? He didn't even do anything.
Just a formality, I guess. You know.
I know.
Hey, we're cool, right? Like, I'm sorry. You know,
I know.
like.
I could do some more.
Also,
yeah.
2019 Hurricane Dorian makes landfall on Elbow Cay in the Abaco Islands, northern Bahamas, as a Category 5 storm with winds of 180 miles per hour or 285 kilometers. That's a powerful storm.
That is.
Category 5.
Yeah. Wow.
Hurricane Dorian, yeah.
Category 5, that's as big as they get, right? Like, there is no 6.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Also, 2000, BTS becomes the first all-Korean pop act to top the Billboard 100 singles chart with Dynamite.
oh. Alright.
There are nothing.
And you know what? I don't even know any of their songs.
There are nothing
know
but
who they are.
Korean in sync.
Yeah, they're Korean in sync. Oh my god, that's true.
That's pretty much what I figured, but like I've never actually listened to them. Or maybe I've heard it and I just didn't know.
Also, 2020, damn. President Trump visits the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin, where Jacob Blake was shot to offer support to law enforcement.
Dang.
Hey, Alice, Wisconsin.
Oh, come on, Pop.
I couldn't
Really?
resist.
I expect it from
I have an
Xander.
ally.
Yeah, I expect it from Xander, dude.
It's contagious.
Yes.
Oh,
I know, I guess.
Alice.
okay. I'm gonna skip to 2001, 2021. The tornado one, the powerful 400-yard wide EF3 tornado travels 12.5 miles through Gloucester County, New Jersey, destroying 50 homes, several farm buildings, and killing 3 dairy cows.
Aww.
Oh,
Man,
not.
That's minor compared to it being an EF3.
Yeah.
That's a huge tornado.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why the milk prices rocketed.
Yeah.
And I just-
2021 as well, we have South America's second longest river, the Paraná, at its lowest levels for 77 years due to drought. Whoa. Yikes. And 2021 as well, Texas law banning most abortion after 6 weeks came into effect, now most restrictive in the country. I remember when that caused a whole hoopla, you know. So, and then 1 year later, China locked down the economically important city of Chengdu with 21 million people after 700 Kung Flu cases were discovered in the last few days. So, and I'm just trying to not say the word because that might get us canceled, you know, by the algorithm.
Maybe you might just cancel yourself by just saying it that way. Now you just sound like you're being a weirdo.
Well, it's just like, I mean, like everyone was Kung Flu fighting. That shit was spreading fast as lightning, you know? Like, am I wrong? But we also have 2022, the TV series The Lord of the Rings of Power, premiered on Amazon Prime Video. Yeah.
Fun fact: that's the person Tolkien from South Park was named after. Tolkien.
Yeah, I know.
And no one knew. Like everybody else knew it except for Stan.
Oh, so he was. Oh, so he was. Wow, that's meta, man. That's like a multi-level like mind fuck right
Yes,
there.
his dad. Yeah, his dad's a fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
That's
franchise.
right. Okay. Okay, well, that you know what? That's a whole discussion. I gotta finish this up here. 2022, U.S. President Brandon warned of quote threats to democracy end quote from MAGA Republican extremism in prime time address in front of Philadelphia Independence Hall. What a windbag.
There's our unifier president.
Yeah.
That's what he ran on. I will unify the country.
Yeah. Well, he's unifying us in hate. That's for sure. Like hating each other. Oh. Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition, which in itself includes
Soylent TV on Twitch.
Yep, please go check that out. You know, we have our video streaming sites there, our social medias, and our affiliates. Anyway, for your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day except for Wednesdays and Thursdays at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 Mountain,
1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
No, no, Soen's in Central. What's it, Central?
1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central.
Okay.
Sorry, I said backwards. And I'm 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. Anyway, for all you and all of us, I'm Mayo Xander.
I am Alice of Who.
Golden Loon.
Yep. And in the audience, of course, we have No Music and Dylan Shelby. Anyway, yeah. Of course, you here are you, and until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in some notable events, weather, and sports, we have a news show coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Until you see us again, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Doodles.
Where's my thing?
Doodles!